Councillor Robertson, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor Hope. I'll attempt to be brief. In 2011, I brought a similar motion to the prior council. The motion I brought at that time was more of a planned out map, and it was far more in accordance with the governance task force. Tonight, I have no grandiose plan. I have no predetermined thoughts in terms of where the municipality ought to head, but I think that we ought to address a couple of key variables. We've heard that that a direction in this regard may lead to a disproportionate amount of rural representation or urban representation relative to rural representation. In no way, shape, or form has that ever been the intent of this motion. This motion is ultimately deemed to act as the service review that we so longingly desire and deserve, given the fact that we've set a service review process in motion to analyze every single one of our business units, yet have neglected to turn the service review on ourselves. When we take a look at some of the numbers that we have in terms of representation by population today, in terms of our council size, I have yet to hear an argument that is valid in terms of why we in Chatham-Kent have a council that's 40% the size of Toronto. Say that again and just grasp it. 40% the size of Toronto's council. We need to take a look very internally when we're taking a look at lean measures, which I think that we'll discuss this evening, and when we're taking a look at a continued process of cost cutting and reduction in terms of budgets. In no way, shape, or form do we ever need to negatively affect the proportion of representation in our community. But by the same token, the staggering impact of one councillor representing 6,000 people in Chatham-Kent relative to councillors representing 20, 30, 60,000 people in other communities it lacks logic in some recesses of my mind, and I think it's high time that through a service review process we analyze and receive recommendations along those lines.